Hi, my name's Dodd. I'm an application specialist at foster+freeman. I have a degree in forensic science and I studied at Liverpool John Moores University. So although I did take kind of the standard route into becoming a forensic scientist, when I was at university I didn't understand really how many different roles that there actually could be within forensics. So as an application specialist, what I do now is I actually travel worldwide to actually install and train on various pieces of our technology and equipment. Okay, but I'm also responsible as well for providing technical support, supporting kind of our marketing teams, our sales teams. Okay, so I am actually a forensic scientist myself. After university I joined a police force where I worked in a chemical enhancement lab, working with enhancing finger marks, footwear marks and some documents. I then moved into working for some of the forensic service providers within the UK. So I have worked for Cellmark, Key and LGC. At Cellmark I was a forensic scientist where I analysed evidence for DNA, body fluids, also examinations in the recovery of things like fibres and hairs as well. So as I kind of moved through my career, I moved into a more senior forensic role. I actually became a supervisor at one of the forensic service providers where I ran my own team of forensic scientists. And then later on in my career, for the past 5 years or so, I've been working as an application specialist here and also at LGC. Okay, so just to explain a little bit more about what I actually did as a forensic scientist. So predominantly I've spent most of my time working at the bench, performing examinations. So to begin with, working with finger marks enhancements, so in areas like superglue fuming, ninhydrin processing, DFO as well for a period as well. And then more moving into when I started to work for companies like Cellmark and Key, I was moving more into areas where I was performing lots of examinations for body fluids, for DNA, you know, retrieving the DNA for the analysis. So I'd work on quite a wide variety of different cases as well. I've probably worked on a couple of thousand cases in my entire career. Some volume, some major crime, particularly sometimes working on murders, sexual assaults. I also specialised in the area of disaster victim identification, so identifying victims of things like plane crashes, or victims of things like suicide bombings or acts of terrorism as well. So I also progressed more into as well actually performing the entire DNA analysis from start to finish, including DNA profiling as well, and actually assessing the DNA profiles at the end of the process. So actually when I first started working for the police for my very first job, the very first instrument I was actually ever trained on was actually our ESDA product, used for actually looking at indented writing. And then I was also trained in the use of our MVC cabinets as well. So actually a lot of police forces around the UK, they do use quite a wide variety of our equipment and our products. So it can really be useful to understand what our products do and how our products work, because one day you yourself might be using them in the lab. So in terms of advice on what I can give in order to continue in your career within forensic science after you've left university, one of the things that really helped me is I actually did a lot of volunteering. So I actually volunteered with my local police force before I actually worked with them. I went away and I got certified in different aspects of forensic archaeology and anthropology, and the idea was just to make me really to add a bit more to my CV, to make me stand out from all of the other graduates. And really with the volunteering, because I was volunteering for the police force, I ended up getting my first job in the chemical enhancement lab through that volunteering. And really, even if you're volunteering for a police force, it doesn't have to be in forensics. You could be doing something as simple as administration. But the fact that you're helping out, they get to know you, you actually get to work within the industry, and you get to learn about the way that different police forces work. And obviously further down the line, if jobs become available, it might actually help you then to progress into your career by starting work at a police force.